My name is Soren Rodney, and I'm an extension veterinarian with the Alabama Cooperative Extension System and a professor in the Auburn University Department of Animal Sciences. Beef is a highly nutritious source of protein and is packed full of things like niacin, vitamin B12, selenium, iron, zinc. So it's definitely a part of a healthy diet for sure. So the thing to keep in mind as it relates to the environment and beef cattle production systems is that if cattle producers, farmers, ranchers don't take care of the land is not going to help take care of them and their livestock. So really, in my opinion, farmers and ranchers are the original environmental stewards because they have always put environment as a priority in terms of their management systems. Whenever we administer any animal health product, whether it be an antibiotic, a vaccine, an anthelmintic, which we would use to control parasites, anytime we administer any animal health product, we have to follow very specific FDA guidelines in terms of when that product was administered and when milk or beef or eggs or whatever the case may be can then be consumed by humans. So as a consumer, it would be highly unlikely that there would be any kind of antibiotic residues in products that you buy at the grocery store because of those multiple safeguards, from following FDA-approved label directions, which includes things like harvest withdrawal times, plus the inspection process. It would be really unlikely that there would be any antibiotic residues present in any of the meat products that you would find in a grocery store. So as far as additive hormones go, and I get this question a lot from people that I talk to around the state or around the country, all meat has hormones in it. All meat has hormones in it. We do use hormonal implants in some situations in beef production systems to make those production systems more efficient so that they make better use of the feed and the nutrition that we're providing them. But the difference in hormones between an animal that has received one of those implants and hasn't received one of those implants is minuscule. To put that in perspective, if you were to buy or if you were to consume a pound of beef, okay, most people don't consume a pound of beef at one time, but just for discussion purposes, if you were to consume a pound of beef from an animal that had not received one of those hormonal implants, it's going to have somewhere around 1.6 nanograms of estrogen in it. If you were to consume a pound of beef from an animal that had received one of those hormonal implants, it's going to have 1.9 nanograms of estrogen in it. So a very minuscule difference between the estrogen present in non-implanted beef versus the amount of estrogen present in implanted beef, and not enough to make a biological difference. Farmers and ranchers are absolutely very concerned about the well-being of their livestock because they're relying on those animals to be healthy and productive. Number one, because they care about the well-being of those animals, but number two, it's providing a living for their family. And if an animal is not well cared for, if it's not properly fed, if it doesn't have access to clean water, if it doesn't have clean space to live in, that animal's not going to be productive. It's probably going to get sick. And so animal well-being is paramount to productive livestock systems. In terms of sustainability as it relates to the beef cattle industry, if an industry is not sustainable, it's not going to be around very long, right? And farmers and ranchers want to preserve that way of life for themselves, for their family, for future generations. And it's a critical mission, right? Because we have to feed our country. We need to be able to produce a secure food supply